If everything works, we should be live now, and I'm excited for today's episode. Maybe partly because the weather is cooler today, but for everyone listening, welcome to another episode of Everything Outside Code. And today I have a very wonderful guest, Shreya, as the founder of AICamp.so. You want to say hi, Shreya, before we kick things off?
Yeah, hi everyone. Super excited to be here. Thank you, William, for the opportunity.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much, Ray. And I'm excited you're on this stream today where, ways across the world, but this is great.
Uh,
Um so as usual, today we're going to be talking about everything, first we're going to learn about AI Camp,
okay.
what the tool does, and then we're going to talk about anything from sales, marketing, growth, all the stuff that Shrey is an expert in that other technical founders unfortunately suck at. Which is which is the purpose of the stream. So if you have any questions, keep them, put them in the chat. We're going to answer them. If you also have like any thoughts, you can share them as we go on for the next about 40 to 45 minutes. And if you're on YouTube, hit the like button somewhere down here. I haven't mastered this, so I don't know how it works exactly. But hit the like button or subscribe button down there. And we could just dive straight to it, Treya. Could you give us a bit about yourself and tell us about, your journey to being the founder of AI Camp?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you so much. And first of all, hi everyone. My name is Shreya, speaking from all the way of India, and it's a good day here. And I think it's second time I am on the live stream and talking with somebody. And thank you, William, for the opportunity. So yeah. So my name is Shreya. I am in the tech industry for past 8 years, working on a couple of software, have exposed to myself to the blockchain software development, and eventually I come to know that marketing and sales is something that I love to do. So in my past career I was a coder. I know all the technical things that how coding or development works, but I don't do code at anymore. But if I needed to, I can. So that's the whole big story. I started entrepreneurship in 2017 with my co-founder Nishit, and we are a life partner as well. So it's a JSport. It was a software development company. We help customers to build software. Eventually, we started building Firecamp. It's an open source Postman alternative, and so far we are, I think, at 1.7k github stars. Have many developers across the world are using Firecamp on a daily basis, and they are asking us for the self-first version. And then we started AI Camp. So let me share a bit about AI Camp. AI Camp is a AI collaborative platform for businesses that helps businesses to offer AI tools and capabilities to their whole employee base. So AI Camp integrates multiple LLM, that is any LLM that is available in the market. It can be your custom LLM as well, and it can be a open source LLM as well. More of it, more of this, employees can collaborate on a chats, prompts, and threads. They can create prompt collection that you can use in future, and it will help you to efficient your work. Then we have AI assistant. That's a custom AI assistant. You can consider AI assistant as a custom GPTs. So with the AI assistant, you can create any assistant like code assistant, copywriter assistant, sales assistant, and it will help employees to work their manual task there faster, and the workflow. So it's a totally it's a one place where employees uh, can access AI tools and multiple LLMs. So with the help of AI, businesses can be AI enabled. They can be AI driven, and more of it, businesses have one challenge, that is a data security and governance. So our platform offers them a secure and governance type of security that they can enable whole employee base for the AI. So this is an
Yeah.
AI camp as a
Yeah,
platform.
That's great. So typically, it sounds like AI Camp is like not just Chat GPT supercharged, but multiple models
Yeah.
in one, and then it's optimized for teams. Because I know currently a tool like ChatGPT is optimized for individual usage. I haven't tried the team version, but it doesn't seem like they promote like, hey, here's how your team can get the best out of ChatGPT. So if I'm right, is that what AI Camp is?
Yeah, you understood AI exactly. So with the Chat GPT, let me give you the brief how AI camp has started. So it will help you our audience understand. So I think it's been a year when ChatGPT introduced into the market. I had a task to use multiple LLM at the same time. Like I wanted to use the GPT-4 and GPT 3.5 and other LLM, and there was no any way to use it from a single place. I had to do a back and forth. Like I had to use one tool and the another tool for the tasking, right? So to use Anthropic, I have to go to the Cloud chat. To use GPT, I had to go to the Chat GPT, and eventually Gemini came into the market. So what we learn that multi LLM is the future. No any businesses would like to get vendor lock in for like with the one LLM, because recently ChatGPT was down for 2 days and everyone was like, "Oh my God, how we'll do this task or how we will write this content." So this has happened when you rely on a single LLM. So we understand that LLM is the future, and to create or to access LLM from a single place is one of the challenges. And second is create a collaborative AI platform was one of the challenge or one of the tasks that any businesses would like to have. So it's so that's how AI can born. And eventually we created a platform specifically to consider businesses to be enable AI driven or AI focus.
Mhm.
So currently our AI camp is totally a B2B kind of a product where we help businesses to be enable AI driven or AI first, and they can offer all the AI capabilities to their employee
Yeah.
base, because future is the AI and LLM multi LLM. So this is
Yeah.
one of the point that how AI camp has been born.
Yeah. That makes a whole lot of sense. And I
Yeah.
guess we're starting to see a world where, at least from the Apple uh, Worldwide Developer Conference announcement, where they have an integration with OpenAI, but
Yeah.
we see that they're going to have integration with other third-party AI vendors. And I think someone on Twitter said that the play could eventually be that uh, AI tools become sort of like a, would I say, the way we have browsers, you know, on your device, you can choose like different browsers where you have a
Hmm.
world where you want to choose different models. And it feels like AI Cam could be, I mean, build that rail for any solution or any business or even devices to implement like multiple AI systems. So they don't have to build it from scratch. They could
Yeah.
just connect to maybe one API, and that's AI camps, and they get access to all the models, and it could be multimodal. Maybe I'm just guessing what your roadmap looks like.
Yeah,
But
definitely. Future is bright and exciting.
yeah, but I would expect that's a good problem to go at as well. Um do
I
you
think
do
I
you
would like to add one point over here. What I feel or what I see that AI can will be a new internet. I
Yeah,
think, sorry, AI will be the new internet, because the way AI has been adopted is just drastic. Everybody on this world or eventually will be accessing AI, whether they know or don't know that they are accessing AI. But
yeah,
everyone will access AI like a basic necessity. So internet is something that wherever you go, you ask for Wi-Fi or internet, right? I think it will be one of the point in the future that wherever you go, you will ask for AI capabilities at anywhere. So,
yeah,
and because of there will be lots of models, it will be hard for anyone to have every model with them, right? Because in a future every model will be perform on a specific task, or it will have a very specific nature, because it
Hmm.
says that AI have also a persona. LLM has a persona. So if you want to work with code base, I think Anthropic or Cloud works best. If you want to work with a real time data, I think Gemini is the best. So I think this is how every model will evolve in the future, and every model will be able to do a very specific or expert task. So
Yeah,
so yeah.
that's great, and you'll be the one bringing together all these models for
Older
users.
model, yeah.
Are you accepting investors yet?
We
Curious.
haven't started talking to, because we are currently building product, have lots of requests from multiple users, and we are thinking that once we'll have some sort of product ready, we are having really good traction. Like in
Yeah.
this, I think we have launched in February, 1st February, a very basic MVP. Like it just, you can talk to a GPT model. It was just
Hmm.
that, no any collaboration, no folder, nothing. It was just to talk to GPT. And then
Yeah.
eventually we built a software, like eventually we built folder capabilities where you can save your chats. Then we built a collaboration where you can invite your teams to work with you on a thread or a chats. And then we built a prompt collection. So this is
Yeah.
how AI camp has been evolved. And this week we are launching assistant, and then image generation, and so many other features. And yeah, so
Yeah.
haven't talked to investors yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's cool.
yeah, there are two investors I have booked for July. So let's see.
Oh, great. Maybe I'll be the one you book for September or October. That's this looks cool. So I see the
Yeah,
website looks great. Um and it's
we are
well
building new
written.
website, by the way.
The,
So
what?
we are building new website. So I think within a
Oh,
week, the new website will be brand new website.
yeah.
That will be reflect the what is AI cam and the vision of AI cam.
Aha. So I look at the current website and I think it's good. So if you say there's a new one coming that's even going to be better, that's great. But I'm
Yeah.
curious, how did you think about the content on the website? Did you think about this critically, or you were like, okay, we need to make a website, we're going to follow like some template and we ship one? Or did you give a strong thought to the website, and how have you seen the website contribute to the growth of the product or even its adoption?
Uh, yeah, I think websites copy is very important to
Hmm.
convey what you are building. Because
Yeah.
being a technical founder, you always think about the features. You never consider the benefit in terms of a users. So it's important to think in terms of users, what they
Hmm.
pursue or what type of content they wanted to see. But
Yeah.
I'm not saying that this is very important, because before writing a single line of code for AI cam, we had built a landing page of AI cam, whatever we were thinking. Because on the first day of launching, our thought was not the same as today. So it's
Hmm.
evolved over a period of time. So whatever you think about your product or a vision of your company, you must create a landing page and let people know that you are building something. Have some sort of joining or wait list on a website and let people join. Then you should definitely talk to those users or early users, what they
Hmm.
think about the product, how they pursue the product, or how they pursue the landing page. And
Yeah.
I think this copy is, I think, third time we have changed the copy. And
Ah,
so far we are here, and fourth time we are changing with the new website. So
that's
it's
interesting.
important. And
Yeah.
I think in our case, I would say, when we changed the third time, we had really good conversation from a website. Because on the third time people understand that what is actually AI camp and how it will be helpful for them. So website
Hmm.
copy is really important. It's not just whatever you think you should write. You have to do some
Hmm.
sort of research, and specifically research in terms of what users think. And
Yeah.
I think there is no any proven formula, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
because if you are if you are building a technical product, right, specifically for developers. So in Firecamp, we were building tools for the developers. So you don't need to focus a lot on copy in early days. What you have to,
Mm-hmm.
or what you must have, is a GitHub repo. Whatever you
Yeah.
have, just put on a GitHub repo, and developers will eventually understand that how this is
Yeah.
useful for me. Developers don't like if you are trying to market them, but if you
Mm-hmm.
are building product for the different kind of users, you can
Mm-hmm.
definitely think in terms of their point of view when
Yeah.
writing a copy.
Yeah, that's great. So, does anything prompt like a copy rewrite for the website, or do you just like do you update it as the company's messaging changes or the product evolves? Or when do you look at the website and be like, oh, this website's beautiful, but maybe we need to like update some things. We need to change the copy. Because I know a lot of founders, they build a website and they're like, thumbs up, peace. They just leave it that way. What makes you want to change a website?
I think we change website as our mindset grow
Mm-hmm.
in every phase of building a product or a company. Whenever you see some market shift, right, as I mentioned that LLM was the multi LLM is a future. We started considering multi LLM as a priority point for our product, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the time when we change our thought processes. Then
Yeah.
we consider AI, whole AI platform to make a business AI driven or AI first, and that's how
Yeah.
we have changed from just a multi LLM to a whole platform with the AI tools and technologies that enable businesses to be AI driven. So this is a whole
Yeah.
shift in a thought processes or a future of the company. So
Yeah.
that's how we change our thought process or a copy. And uh, and I think, yeah, definitely it plays some role that whenever you visit some sort of website and you find it, that you should write a copy in terms of this. But uh, but I think it didn't work in our case, because whenever we try to make ourselves or try to inspire from other, it doesn't work at all in our case. So we have started focusing on our product, our customer. We talk to customer, what they say, what they speak, and whatever they speak is our product.
Yeah.
So that's the whole secret
Yeah.
sauce of writing a copy.
That's definitely great, and I've realized the same thing. Um, I recently changed a copy of our website. Maybe not recently, but a couple months ago, a few months ago, about 3 4 months ago, and I mean I think I write decent copy, but they haven't been converting lately, right? So as at that time, I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna take all the lessons we've learned from our customers, right?
Uh-huh.
Everything our prospects ask for, the things we learn
Mhm.
from our sales calls, those that actually buy, I'll take all those lessons and I just throw it on the website as our copy. From our headlines to the different like subsections, what works, what doesn't work, what people say in testimonials, it's just going to be what our customers said and what our prospects are saying, right?
Uh-huh.
Nothing about like a lot of it, very little of it has to do with what I even think. Because a lot of times as a founder in the company, I have a lot of bias, right? And with the rest of the team, we're always thinking about, what's the best way to do this? What's this really nice way we think, right? Rather than what our customers, like our customers, our partners, and our prospects think. So once we did that, we saw like a huge shift. So it's great to hear you say, it's all dependent on what you hear from your users. So I want to know. Let's talk a bit about like marketing for AI Camp, since that's your forte, right? What are your top channels at the moment? What works and what doesn't work? What have you tried that didn't
Mhm.
work as well as what you tried that worked?
Mhm. For AI camp marketing, currently I'm exploring SEO and social media marketing, and wanted to start or considering the influencer marketing and outbound channels. So we have two things like inbound and outbound. I have started or considering outbound first channel, that is a social or a platform outbound, and for the social and for the inbound marketing, I'm considering social media SEO, and I think, yeah, it's a two channel consideration, and SEO works best for our case. and
Mm-hmm.
uh, and I think we are thinking for the influencer marketing, but not sure when we will when we will enable it. But influencer marketing is something on our plate, and I think from
Yeah.
the next month we'll start outreaching or the outbound marketing as well, to start reaching out to people to let them know about our product as a one on one, and we'll start learning that what are some of the problems they are facing and how AI can is helpful for
Mm-hmm.
them. So it's
Yeah.
a long process, but I think it's worthful, whatever I have learned so far from other founders who are in B2B space.
Yeah. So do you have any channels that you're looking at? So are you going at? I mean, with SEO, definitely Google search.
Yeah,
You mentioned social media. So are you looking at LinkedIn, X, Twitter,
yeah,
TikTok?
yeah.
Um,
When I say social media, currently it's a LinkedIn, Twitter, and I think 10 to 15% of Reddit, because on
okay.
Reddit I'm still learning that how it will work, Reddit in our case. But LinkedIn and Twitter is something that is a full on channel. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I can imagine that you find a lot of like B2B um buyers on LinkedIn, right?
LinkedIn. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you experimented with any to know like maybe which one would work? Have you tried like some, or you're still like in the the strategizing phase?
I think maybe B2B, for a B2B, people say that X works, but it doesn't work in my case.
Mm-hmm.
But I have started to focusing more or giving more time on a LinkedIn. I have just
Yeah.
started. I have created the content strategies that I wanted to execute on a LinkedIn, but LinkedIn
Mm-hmm.
will take some time, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not something that I am outsourcing or doing it by all the automation process. I really write a good content, like literally a manually content, and then I
Yeah.
post LinkedIn. But it will take some time, so I doesn't have a very specific metrics at this moment that I can share. It's
Mm-hmm.
if it's conversion or not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I can imagine that, the best content that works also on social platforms are those you create yourself, from your personal thoughts. I've seen a
Yeah,
lot of automation, but I've seen a lot more automation tools that do not work. Instead,
yeah,
they have like downsides to it because folks just associate you with synthetic content, right? They feel like this is a natural content. But obviously, the manual content, does it scale? I guess that's one of the question people would ask, especially if you're a small team and you have like shit ton of things to do. You start to question if you have enough time to create content on LinkedIn or Twitter.
Um, I I I spend a time, or I schedule a time to write content for LinkedIn and Twitter, because B2B content doesn't work on a Twitter. What I try to share on a Twitter is all about my learnings as an entrepreneur. What are some
Hmm.
of the strategies I have applied and how it works?
Yeah,
Maybe it's purely built in public on a
yeah.
Twitter. Yeah.
Aha, I see.
Yes.
And you talked about lessons as an entrepreneur. That's interesting. What are some of your
Ye-
top lessons from AI camp? Do you have like any battle stories?
mm, Not exactly a battle story, but I'll say that I'm a self-taught marketer. So before, I think 4 months, I wasn't knowing that what is SEO, how to do a keyword research, um, then how to learn or how to implement SEO strategy. What I
Hmm.
done is I see couple of videos from YouTube, I learn from internet, and I started writing content. And within a 3 month, we hit 100K impression of AI camp on a Google, and I think it was one of the best moment for me, and it gives me a lot confidence that best part of entrepreneurship is you can learn so many skill, a new skill, whenever you
Yeah.
got a chance. So it was a great experience, and currently I am trying to embrace it with creating very specific to bofu mofu and tofu content, and let's see how it will work in next 3 months.
Yeah, that's impressive. In like 4 months, you had no idea of how like
Yes,
SEO and content
SEO.
work, and then
Even
you
I
went
tried
from that to
to,
100K impressions.
yes, I try to reach out to people and learn, because see, I don't think so there is there is any way to learn any skill on a one shot. All you have to
Hmm.
do is try to learn and try to implement. That's the only way to learn any skill in today's time. So what I did is I first learned what is a keyword research, and then I understand that okay, this is a keyword research, and then I started creating content specifically for that keyword, and then
Hmm.
it eventually started ranking. So then I understand, if this is ranking, how can I increase the impression or a click rate. Then I learned that you have to optimize your content on a specifically or periodically time. So whatever content was on higher rank, I started optimizing that content by writing FAQs on the content, trying to create a CTA in between the content, and it performing well. So this was my second lesson, that this is how you should optimize your content.
Yeah,
So yeah,
those are
I had heard it that you have to optimize your content, but I wasn't sure how to do that. And it was just
yeah,
an experiment for me. I created, and I experimented, and it works well. So then I
yeah,
understood that. So I think I will always ask people to just learn a step one, implement it, and see how it works.
yeah. That's a very valuable lesson. Going taking a stepwise approach um to to learning. And yeah, as you said, optimizing content that performs. I think that is great. Optimizing it for conversion, because a lot
Yeah.
of times people create content, it's great, it gets like eyeballs to it, the engagement rate is good, but then it doesn't convert. Like, it doesn't
Hmm.
convert because there isn't like a natural way out or a natural
Yeah.
next step for anyone that reads it. It basically just says, hey, here's this thing that I think is cool, or this way to do this thing, or here's a solution to your problem. They're done with it, thumbs up, and then you can leave, right? So there isn't a natural progression to the content. So like you say, that's definitely a top lesson, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah. That's cool. And in the midst of all these lessons, were there any you want to say something?
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to ask you that so far you are running this podcast, and what's your lessons, if you want to
My
share?
top Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I never had to think about it. Um my top lessons from running this stream. Um I think one, it takes less effort than imagine to host and run a live stream. Um
Okay.
Two, there are no downsides. So far, I mean, I get to get on a call with someone amazing that's doing something great like you. I do that every week. Sometimes it can be, I mean, it would be nice if I didn't have a stream, but after the stream, I always feel better. I feel more like motivated to keep working on something, or just to talk to the next person next week, right? So
Okay. Okay.
um and I've learned a ton of stuff from from the different people I've spoken to. their thoughts on, different themes and technologies and the future of technology and what could come. So it's it's very interesting. What else have I learned from this stream? Trying to think. But yeah, overall, it's been uh it's been it's been great. I think also with the streams, finding people to talk to can be difficult because most times people think you want to maybe sell them something, or you want to yeah, they think you want to sell them something, or you want to, I don't know, get something from them. But for me, it's just to talk to someone. And having these streams consistently every week has just been good for like discipline. I've had them for like, I think this is episode 22 or 23, each week
Oh,
nonstop since the start of the year, right? So yeah, it's just like a one-on-one meeting with someone cool every week.
wow,
So yeah,
interesting. And why do you started this? What was the motivation?
yeah, the motivation to start this was, I'm very busy at the moment with work, and I want to create content. I want to create content in some way. I want to share what I think, and I want to learn from other people. I typically do not also have time to read, read books. Also, I get distracted a lot, but at least I can focus like 1 hour of my time. So personally, what I get from this is I learn. So I wanted to start that to learn more. Eventually, these are caught up into like pieces of content with, some of my thoughts, some of like the speaker's thoughts, and we shared. So that's content being created and distributed. And yeah, I think that was like my main motivation. And again, I'm more comfortable talking to someone than writing. I could do both, but it's easier to just get on a call for an hour than spend 2 3 hours writing, another hour reviewing, and then just going over and over with it. Live streams are just lower effort. I cannot record like videos and edit them to save my life. So because those are really high effort, I would rather just get on a live stream.
Okay, I think this is really interesting point that you mentioned, that that you can learn from others' experience. And I think super valuable is whenever you talk to someone from outside of the world, it gives you a more understanding or a clarity on some specific topic than
Yeah,
reading multiple books,
yeah,
because it gives you a whole experience, it gives you a live experience. And this is very interesting points that you mentioned. Thank you very much
yeah.
for sharing this, that, yeah.
Y- Yeah, thank you. And one more reason I started this was because I know a lot of founders that suck at business. They're very
Yeah,
technical. They can write like best lines of code, right? They know all about that, but then they want to do some business. They want to make more money. They want to live like, better lives. Some of
yeah,
them want to buy like boats and Lamborghinis, right? They can. They have like the engineering skill, but then they
yeah,
lack the business skills, right? And they don't know where to start, or
yeah,
um
definitely.
like what others are doing, what works and what doesn't work. I've been partly in that situation where I want to do sales, but I don't know jack shit about outbound sales or cold outreaches, right? And I do not know, like, there are a lot of things that I do not know that I don't know, right? And I don't know how to start. Like, uh,
How to
how do
start
I
and
know?
where to start, which
Yes,
tools to
yeah,
use. Yeah,
exactly. What tools to use? What's the structure? What are sequences? There's something called sequences that I need
yeah.
to have for like code outreaches. Those I never knew of, right? I could watch YouTube videos, but I don't know what a benchmark looks like, or what like a okay, so this is good enough to go out. What that looks like. It's what people get on jobs, but I've never worked a job where I'm a salesperson or where I'm like an SDR or a BDR, right? So there are a lot of founders out there like myself. So I thought, okay, the theme for these streams would be everything outside code. So we wouldn't talk about software engineering. We'll just talk about the business of software engineering. And yeah, that's what we've been doing on this stream for what now?
Yeah,
20 23 weeks.
nice, nice. Such a
Yeah,
great
that's cool.
great way. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, So speaking of AI camp, I've been thinking so far it's all been successful, right? What are some of the biggest challenges you've had to overcome in like with AI camp?
Uh, you want me to share any specific,
Yeah.
like as in challenges in a marketing or challenges in a development or like that?
Yeah, probably marketing. Most like in your GTM approach, what are some of like the hurdles that you've encountered and you've either like skipped through or you're still thinking about? And maybe a
Mm,
mistake that you've made, because mistakes are great for like lessons, right? If there's any.
yes, yeah. Uh, I think it's so far 3 month for us to exist in this market as an AI camp.
Hmm.
So maybe it I think it's good to have a more clarity about your product, because
Hmm.
it's my second product. So I have made lots of mistake in Firecamp, my previous product,
Okay.
but whatever I have
Yeah.
learned so far in Firecamp, I have implemented everything in AI camp so that I couldn't repeat that mistake.
What are some of those mistakes you made in fire camp then?
Yeah, whether your product ready or not, you must be marketing your product from day zero,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah.
if you don't know how your product will look like, you start speaking about this is a problem and this is solution I'm building. Literally, you
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah.
In fire camp, I didn't speak, I didn't write, I didn't talk about a product. In AI camp, I didn't had a landing page. I was just sharing what is AI camp, how it will help AI, how AI camp will be helpful for your businesses, how AI camp will help you, what is AI camp, what is so far learnings for me in AI camp. So this is something that I have learned, that whether your product is ready, whether you have your landing pages ready or not, you should be speaking about your product.
Yeah.
And uh, and second point is in SEO only. Whatever I learn, and after a 3 month, I realized that I should be writing content on this keyword. So it takes me I think 4 months to learn that what is a right keyword for my business. So when I started writing,
Oh.
I didn't know that whether I'm doing a
Wow.
right or not. But I
Yeah.
shouldn't be ideal, right? If you have confusion like 60%, you are right, and 40% you have confusion, you should start writing, or you should start taking actions. It's okay that if that action will be wrong in a future, but at least you took the action so that you understand that this is the wrong action. So after a 3 month, I learned that this is the right keyword for me to rank.
Yeah. Huh. 3 months.
And yes, 3 months it took me. Like I started
Yeah.
posting content, it started ranking. And then I talked to
Yeah.
some founders. This is the content I'm writing, and this is how it is performing. And they mentioned that you should rank on this keyword, not this keyword. And then I learned that okay, but I learned that how to rank on a Google with specific keyword. This is the lesson that I have. So I think it's good to take action, good to perform any strategy, and
Hmm.
uh, and I think it will help you with that. And I think any specific hurdle, or
Or
let me,
mistake you made.
yeah, mistake. Mm, Mistake is, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, without mistake you don't build anything. So uh, so I think it's very important, maybe, to have clarity that which segment you are falling in. whether it's a B2B, whether it's a D2C, whether it's a B2B, right? And I think after started marketing, after talking to people, and and mm, it doesn't exactly a mistake, but it's how we evolve as a product, as a company. So when we
Mm-hmm.
started, we were not focusing a lot on as a whole platform, or specifically for a B2B, because when you started, you didn't have a capacity to think a very long term, like think
Mm.
about all the compliance, think about all the security, because you are writing the first line of code of a project, right? So
Yeah.
same situation happened with the marketing as well, because you started, you just talk to people, you understand that this is not you should speak, this is you should speak, and then
Yeah.
eventually you learn. So it took us 1.5 months to learn that we wanted to focus solely on a B2B, or enable businesses to be a AI driven. So
Uh-huh.
if I'll have more clarity that in future we will be specifically for a B2B, maybe I
Yeah.
could change my strategy. I can start thinking about outbound strategy, then inbound. So this is
Yeah.
one of the point that I think I have learned, or mistake, or whatever you say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. So, understanding what your distribution strategy, your long-term distribution strategy looks like, um, that's I would say from what you say important. And even if you're not working towards that long-term strategy, it seems like at least understanding what the plan is. So maybe you're going to start with like a BTC approach so that you get awareness, and then you can morph into like a B2B product, a B2B segment, so that you could solidify the offerings and go after like larger deal sizes. It's just great overall to understand what that distribution play is.
Yes, yes, it's very
Yeah.
important. But I think if you're building second time or third time, or if you have worked for a product company where you was a
Hmm.
part of GTM team, then only you will able to understand. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you will have to make this mistake to learn this lesson.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
as you mentioned,
That's
right?
true.
That you haven't been to a BDR or SDR, so you don't know how outbound works. So to
Yeah.
learn outbound, you will have to first do outbounding, and then you will learn this is not the right way to do outbound.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And I guess they say first time founders focus on the product, and then second time founders focus on distribution, right?
Yeah.
they
Yes.
they sort the really difficult part, which is going to market first,
Yes.
before building a great product. Obviously, unless you're building something like open AI that has like all the moats in the world, and world's best companies will come to you. You want to do distribution first, and then product. Anyways, we're coming up to the end of this stream, Shreya. Thank you so much for coming on. It has been amazing to chat with you. Do you have any last words for like listeners?
Uh, I think if you want to speak me on a specific point, I think that would be helpful for me to share more about my thoughts.
Yeah, yeah, that would be that's right. I'm trying to pull up your um Twitter, so I know I have it here. That's the best way anyone can reach you, right?
Yeah, Twitter is the best way. Anyone can reach out to me. And I
Yeah,
mostly active on Twitter and a LinkedIn. So if you have any question, I'm very open for questions from fellow founders, fellow builders who have any question to how to grow on Twitter, how to build a product, how to market a product in early days or early stage. Feel free to send me a message. I'll be
yeah,
definitely answer.
yeah. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Reach out to Shreya if you have.
yeah, definitely
Yeah,
check
go
out
on.
AI. Definitely
Yes,
check out
there's
AI
that.
Camp, and please share your feedback.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm going to check out AI Camp myself. And for anyone listening, check out AI Camp. And that brings us to the end of the stream. And thanks for coming on. Have a nice
Yeah,
day.
thank you so much. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye.